It was hard. It was hard. I was always getting into trouble, in-house suspension. I was living with my grandparents at the time. I grew up in foster care system.
I think the thing that caused me to notice Brian above anything else was he came here during an open house. I was immediately impressed because of his passion for learning, the passion of his love for God.
God, if this is going to be your will, it's going to have to be your bill. Especially when I had heard about the scholarship and I had applied to it, right? And I had actually gotten in trouble again. In that time, when I got arrested and going through all that, I actually found out that I was going to be one of the 10 scholars, but it got taken away. Then my whole world just collapsed. I'm like, oh no. They called me in one day, and I remember the guy said, young man, what you did was incredibly dumb. There's a reason why we should even reconsider you for this scholarship. You shouldn't. But if you did, it would be an act of grace only, something I don't deserve. And he lifted up my chin up, and he handed me the envelope and said, you start school here at PVCA. You know, I carried over a lot of pain, a lot of distrust, but for some reason, and I can't tell you definitively why, but I trusted him. Any break I got, I would just say, hey, it's Gary here. Yeah, come on in. You know, it was almost like expected that I'm gonna come, right? And he always listened to me, and it was interesting that it didn't matter what he was doing, he put it down. And he made time, he made room for me. And that relationship just kind of grew until a few years later where I asked him.
He asked me if I would be a father figure to him. And I thought, wow, what an honor that is. I certainly will do that. And so from that day on, we've had a father-son relationship.
Could have just graduated and bye, you know, good luck, I'm here if you need anything.
In my case, I've seen Brian get to the point where he actually went to and got a full scholarship to college and to graduate school, and then began pastoring churches.
He was at my ordination, he was at my wedding, he was at every milestone. He always made a way to be there, and that is an investment. That's why I'm here. If it wasn't for him, I'm not sure I would be pastoring today, because pastoring ministry is hard.
Keep in mind that children are a message to a time that we will never see. Often people just give. They don't think of the actual good they're doing with their money. In reference to giving and not knowing where your money's going, there's an old saying among development people: do your giving while you're living, so you're knowing where it's going. And I certainly don't see the total impact Brian will have in his life, but I contributed to that.